Dear student, today's topic of discussion is serotonin. Till date, we have discussed antihistaminic drugs in autocoid. In today's class, we will try to discuss and understand the pathophysiological role of serotonin with its receptors. Serotonin name. This name was given to the vasoconstrictor substance which appeared in the serum when blood clotted. So serotonin means vasoconstriction. How it is synthesized in our body? Like histamine was synthesized. Histamine is synthesized from amino acid histidine. Similarly, serotonin neurotransmitter is synthesized from other amino acid, that is tryptophan. Tryptophan is hydroxylated and it forms 5-hydroxytryptophan, and this 5-hydroxytryptophan undergoes into decarboxylation process to synthesize 5-hydroxytryptophan, also called as serotonin. So decarboxylation process is important and crucial to synthesize serotonin. This serotonin is metabolized by monoamine oxidase enzyme, and 5-HIAA is formed, that is major metabolite of serotonin, 5-hydroxyindole acetic acid. Now we will discuss the similarity between the catecholamines and serotonin. As we have discussed, decarboxylation process and decarboxylase enzyme is important to synthesize serotonin. It's also important, this enzyme and this step is also important to form catecholamines in norepinephrine. Because in the synthesis of catecholamines, DOPA is formed, and on the DOPA, decarboxylase enzyme act to form dopamine. Similarly here, decarboxylation process is important because decarboxylase enzyme act upon 5-hydroxytryptophan which produce serotonin. Catecholamines are stored within storage vesicle. Similarly, serotonin is stored within storage vesicle, and its uptake at the vesicular membrane by vesicular monoamine transporter is inhibited by reserpine. So reserpine, the drug reserpine deplete both neurotransmitter, catecholamines as well as serotonin. The termination of action of catecholamines is by reuptake process. Similarly here, same is here. Reuptake is the main procedure, main mechanism to terminate the action of serotonin in synaptic cleft. The transporter involved here are serotonin transporter, which operates at the membrane of platelet, and serotonergic nerve endings. And we use inhibitors of serotonin transporter in various diseases like depression. Monoamine oxidase enzyme which degrade serotonin, it is also common for both catecholamines and serotonin. So we can see here, as well as synthesis is concerned, storage is concerned, or metabolism or termination of action is concerned, all process of metabolism of serotonin resembles to catecholamines. Serotonin or 5-hydroxytryptamine 5-HT shows its action by acting upon different receptors. These receptors are of 7 families, 1 to 7. They are further subdivided into different types. 5-HT1 receptor is divided into A to F except C and P, and 5-HT2 is divided into A to C. All serotonin receptors are G protein coupled receptor except 5-HT3, which is a ligand gated cation channel. If you can remember, all histamine receptor H1, H2, H3 and H4 all are G protein coupled receptor. Here the all serotonin receptors are G protein coupled receptor except 5-HT3. So it is of 7 type, 5-HT1 to 7. A is divided into 6 type again. These are 5-HT1A to F except C, and P is also subtype of 5-HT1. 5-HT2 is divided into 3 categories, then subtypes 5A, B and C. 5-HT2A, 5-HT2B and 5-HT2C. Among these, 5-HT2A is very important receptor subtype of serotonin. Most of the functions of serotonin are shown by 5-HT2A. Then 5-HT3 to 7 they are not further subdivided. So total 14 receptors are there. 6 are the 5-HT1, 3 in the 5-HT2, and the remaining 5 are 3 to 7. As we have discussed, 5-HT2A receptor stimulation mediate most of the direct actions of serotonin, like vasoconstriction, intestinal, uterine and bronchial muscle contraction, platelet aggregation and activation of cerebral neurons. It's very important slide. As we have discussed, serotonin is vasoconstrictor. It causes vasoconstriction in majority of the blood vessels. It causes contraction of smooth muscles and it activates the cerebral neuron. And these all direct actions of serotonin are shown by 5-HT2A receptor activation. This table shows the different types of serotonin receptor, their location, their respective agonist and antagonist. 5-HT1 receptor is divided into different subtype A, B, D, E, F and P. C is not classified here. 5-HT1 is located at CNS in presynaptic location. They are inhibitory in nature. 5-HT1A is present in CNS and they important in mood and behavior. 5-HT1B and 1D, they are located at cerebral blood vessel. Agonist of 5-HT1 are buspirone and sumatriptan. Buspirone is agonist of 5-HT1A and sumatriptan is very important drug in treatment of migraine, is agonist of 5-HT1B or 1D. Okay. 5-HT2 is divided into 3 subtypes A, B, C. As we have discussed, 5-HT2A is very important and it shows most of the important functions of serotonin. They cause stimulation of 2A cause vascular and smooth muscle constriction. They cause platelet aggregation and they are also present in CNS. Agonists of 5-HT2 are LSD and lorcaserin. Lorcaserin, it is a drug approved for treatment of obesity. Antagonists of 5-HT2 are these 5 drugs: KCMCR, K for ketanserin, C for cyproheptadine, M for methotrexate, C for clozapine, and R for risperidone. Ketanserin is an antihypertensive drug. Cyproheptadine is antagonist of histamine as well as it is antagonist of serotonin receptor. We have discussed cyproheptadine in antihistaminic chapter. Because of antihistaminic property, it is used to increase appetite in children. Methotrexate, although the drug is not used nowadays, it is an antagonist of 5-HT and used in prophylaxis of migraine. So we can see agonist like ciprotriptan 5-HT1 1D is used in treatment of migraine, and methotrexate, that is antagonist of 5-HT2, is used in prophylaxis of migraine. Clozapine and risperidone, they are antagonist of 5-HT2A. They are used in treatment of psychosis and schizophrenia. They are atypical antipsychotic drug. Lorcaserin, it is the agonist of 5-HT2. It is used to decrease weight, decrease obesity, while cyproheptadine is used to increase appetite, to increase weight gain in children, although not approved, but it is used. 5-HT3 receptor, they are present in nociceptive afferent neurons and area postrema. Ondansetron is antagonist of 5-HT3 receptors. 5-HT4 receptor, they are present mainly in the enteric nervous system, also in the CNS, and agonist of these receptors are cisapride and metoclopramide. They increase intestinal contraction. So with this table we can see few are the agonists of serotonin. These are buspirone, sumatriptan, LSD, lorcaserin, cisapride, metoclopramide. These are the agonists of 5-HT receptors. First two are agonist of 5-HT1. Middle two are agonist of 5-HT2. Last two are agonist of 5-HT4. We don't have agonist of 5-HT3. In the antagonist column, 5 are antagonist of 5-HT2 and 1 in the 5-HT3. Okay. Little is known about 5-HT5, 5-HT6 and 5-HT7, so we will not discuss these receptors anymore. Now we will see the peculiar points about cyproheptadine. It antagonizes histamine receptor as well as 5-HT receptors. Due to antihistaminic property, it is used in children and in poor eater to promote weight gain by increasing appetite. And due to serotonin, anti-serotonin property, it is used in carcinoid syndrome, dumping syndrome and priapism caused by 5-HT reuptake inhibitors. Carcinoid produces large quantity of serotonin which manifest in bowel hypermotility and bronchoconstriction. And these two features, bowel hypermotility and bronchoconstriction, are antagonized by cyproheptadine because of anti-serotonin property. Second therapeutic use of cyproheptadine is post-gastrectomy dumping syndrome, which requires intestinal contraction, which are caused by cyproheptadine. There are few antidepressant drugs like trazodone, which causes priapism. Priapism means painful penile erection, which is treated by cyproheptadine. Now we will discuss the pathophysiological role of serotonin. CNS, neurotransmitter, neuroendocrine role, nausea, vomiting, migraine, and melatonin. We will discuss its detail later on. In CVS, serotonin has role in hemostasis, hypertension, Raynaud's phenomena, and variant angina. Other role are intestinal motility and carcinoid syndrome. Now we will discuss this in detail. First of all, in CNS it has different types of role, including neurotransmitter, neuroendocrine, nausea, vomiting, migraine, and melatonin. Neurotransmitter role, serotonin is a confirmed neurotransmitter in the brain. Cells containing serotonin are present in the raphe nuclei of brainstem, substantia nigra, and few other sites, where they send axon rostrally to limbic system, cortex, and neostriatum, as well as caudally to spinal cord. So serotonin is a well established role as a neurotransmitter in brain. It is involved in sleep, temperature regulation, thought, cognitive function, behavior, and mood. So imbalance may result in affective disorder and schizophrenia. Vomiting and pain perception. These are the different types of role. So we have some therapeutic use in disorders relating to these processes. Some serotonergic fibers are also present in intestine also. Neuroendocrine function, they control release of anterior pituitary hormone. Third pathophysiological role of serotonin in nausea and vomiting. As we have discussed in the table, antagonist of 5-HT3 receptor is ondansetron, that is anti-emetic drug used in treatment of emesis, vomiting. So antagonist of serotonin receptor is used as an anti-emetic agent. And we have also discussed the agonist of 5-HT4 receptor, that is cisapride, which increases intestinal motility. So used in gastric reflux diseases, and it is used as a prokinetic agent. So we can understand serotonin has some pathophysiological role in nausea and vomiting. Especially vomiting is induced by cytotoxic drug, anti-cancer drug, or radiotherapy. These anti-cancer drug induce area postrema and nucleus tractus solitarius. So 5-HT3 antagonist like ondansetron is used in treatment of anti-cancer induced vomiting. Fourth role is precursor of melatonin in pineal gland. They regulate biological clock, as we have discussed in the light slide also. In CNS, as a CNS neurotransmitter, serotonin control sleep through regulation of melatonin in pineal gland. Serotonin has role in migraine also. Serotonin initiate vasoconstrictor phase of migraine and it participate in neurogenic inflammation of the affected blood vessels. CVS role of serotonin are hemostasis, hypertension, Raynaud's phenomena and vasospastic angina. Hemostasis is through platelet aggregation. Serotonin causes platelet aggregation at the site of injury to blood vessel. Serotonin act in association with collagen and other mediator. It accelerates platelet aggregation and clot formation. Serotonin also has role in hypertension as we have discussed. Antagonist of 5-HT2 is ketanserin that is used in treatment of hypertension. So serotonin has role in hypertension. Increased responsiveness to serotonin as well as its reduced uptake and clearance by platelet has been demonstrated in hypertensive patient. So ketanserin has antihypertensive property. Raynaud's phenomena. Serotonin causes vasoconstriction. So release of serotonin from platelet, it may trigger acute vasospastic episode of large artery. Ketanserin has prophylactic value in Raynaud's phenomena. Raynaud's phenomena means Raynaud's phenomena manifest in vasoconstriction. Serotonin causes vasoconstriction. So antagonist of serotonin like ketanserin has some value in treatment of Raynaud's disease. Variant angina. Variant angina also manifest with vasospasm. So serotonin causes vasospasm. So antagonist of serotonin can be used in treatment of vasospastic angina. In others as intestinal motility and carcinoid syndrome, serotonin increases intestinal contraction. So for inhibition of intestinal contraction, antagonist of serotonin is used. And in clinical condition where the intestinal contraction are to be increased, agonist of serotonin are used like cisapride, mozapride. These are the agonist of 5-HT4 receptors. So serotonin has pathophysiological role in intestinal motility. Enterochromaffin cells and serotonin containing neurons, they may regulate peristalsis and rocal reflexes in the gut. This system appears to be activated by intestinal distension and vagal efferent activity. Carcinoid syndrome. This carcinoid syndrome manifests in intestinal motility and bronchoconstriction. Which are features of serotonin hyperactivity. So serotonin has pathophysiological role in carcinoid syndrome also. So antagonist of 5-HT like cyproheptadine has some value in treatment of carcinoid syndrome. So this finishes with this session. In the next session we will discuss the remaining portion of serotonin. Okay, thank you.